Alright, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, Ma'amath. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the word ignorantly and willingly call God of Jehovah. Bahashem meaning in the name of Yahweh Shai, meaning he who delivers, who the word ignorantly and willingly call JC today. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and another double honor to my elder as well, Ahar One Biyasha Allah, at Alliance Day Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect, pushing this truth across the four winds, and to the 1/3 remnant believers on Yahweh Shemel Shah, Shalom, Shalom. And it's going to be a quick lesson entitled "The Male Loneliness Epidemic." The male loneliness epidemic. So her point, basically, of this video is basically saying that it's about 9-10 women to every man. And men are deciding to be lonely. Men are deciding basically not to deal with women. She didn't state that point. The point that she stated was that basically men are gonna start turning to rapists and messing with underage women. Which you're gonna have a lot of degenerate men out here. A degenerate man, prisoners loose, prisoners are breaking free and doing what they want to do in these last days. All type of things are going to take place to where basically her resolve is that all men are going to be out here just doing what they want to do. No, the men of the Lord, we're going to hold fast to these scriptures when it's all said and done, and we're going to trust in the Lord. And women going to want us. You see what I'm saying? Women are going to try to flock to us. And you have a lot of, brothers out here that, want to deal with a lot of women and Jacob's trouble. Me, on the other hand, I don't want to deal with you at all when it's all said and done. Which, we all love women, but it just be prideful women that think like her. So even now, you got to practice when you out. Just don't even look at them. Don't make eye contact with them. You see the pride on them from afar. You say your oohs and your ahs in your head, and I just keep it moving. And when it's all said and done, because I know we don't think the same. But I'm going to let you hear what she got to say. And this lesson was inspired by this video that Elder Apostle Gabar did. This would become ordinary, the great humbling, fast approaches for you women. And Daily Edification 4 is the page. Go check that out. But I'm going to play the video.
Why there's an increase in incel pages and men coming out and selling these books of like, oh, be an alpha male or do this and women will want you, is because the male
and they hate the fact that basically men are waking up and no longer serving women. They hate it.
Male loneliness epidemic has hit. The loneliest group of men are men between ages 18 to 30. Because 1 in 3 men are 18 to 30 are virgins. 1 in 3 men who are 18 to 30 never been in a relationship. Another group that's excessively lonely is middle-aged men. Yes, the men are supposed to have all the value when they get older. They're most likely to commit suicide because of their loneliness. This video got deleted. I want you to go back and watch this video on my YouTube page. Men don't ever complain about what they have access to. Men don't ever complain about what they have access to. So this is why we see like an increase of men in these groups. But one thing I want you to understand is going to get dangerous for women. Women that men want is such a small percentage of the population that they have to compete for it, and it does not work. They're going to start, I hate to say it, but abusing women, touching children.
So basically what she said is women that men want is such a small, we finna get the pick of the litter if we wanted it. You see what I'm saying? For those that want it, when it's all said and done with, you the one who finna be out here. The women, it's the other way around. Y'all the one out here finna be running around here like a chicken with your head cut off trying to find you a man when all hell break loose. You see what I'm saying? If I see him, I'm going to tell her to go run to Esau and see if she can get help from them when it's all said and done with. But I'm gonna let it keep playing.
Doing things like that. So it's going to get really, really bad, right? Women between the ages 30 to 44 is the largest group of women. They're the largest group of women. So I checked the census, and for every one man, it's like 9 or 10 women, right? And I found out that one of those women will be between the ages 18 to 30. One. And the rest of those women will be 30 plus. Gen Z is the smallest of women. We're the smallest of women, and that's not even if that woman has a child, if that woman is in a relationship, if she's like her race, everything. So the women that they want is such a small percentage of women. It's going. I hate to say, but they're going to start going for minors. I'm going to do a whole series on it. I can't wait. Like I broke it all the way down, but yeah, be careful. So
And you can see the pride that be on their face. Like they never, it's never, it's never a woman speaking on what women do. You know, if it's 10 women to every one man, then why in the world would why in the world aren't you doing a video on where it's finna be a so-called man shortage and every woman ain't gonna, it's a lot of women that's gonna be miserable out here. Your whole focus on this video that is it's a shortage of men, and men want to be lonely and they want to be alpha males. So basically, hide and run from these men because they gonna do whatever they want to do. No, y'all gonna be the ones out here trying to break y'all neck to get to us. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 2, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So right, through a man, but you got sisters out here that don't have husbands, but the Lord still gonna save them. He gonna basically give them a man of the Lord in that day. Those gonna be the ones that have the high value men in that day. The women that believe on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are gonna be that shadow of a great rock in the rear land. When all hell breaking loose, before the missiles hit. See what I'm saying? Even when the missiles hit, through a man is how basically women gonna be saved, through a man of the Lord. It says, as a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So right, like walking through a desert and you see a pack of Zephyr Hills. After you've been walking for 3 days with no water, and you see a pack of Zephyr Hills, that's what it's gonna be like to have a man of the Lord, a great rock in the rear land, that shadow, that shade, that cover from that tempest, that destruction that's coming, the calamity that's coming. Verse 3, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall not hearken. So right, you ain't gonna have to tell a woman 1,000,000 times that she need to pay attention, that she need to listen. They're gonna be listening anyways. They're gonna treat us like they treat their supervisors at work. You see what I'm saying? But Yahweh Ratazah, me, Lord willing, I'm not around a lot of women in Jacob's trouble. You see what I'm saying? Try to practice today. Basically by just not looking at them. You see what I'm saying? Because they wicked, most of them. But you got the righteous women out there as well that believe and call on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But this is the book. I'm gonna skip down to verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughter. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right, the vintage is gonna fail. Your food stamps ain't gonna work. The child support, the alimony, none of it ain't gonna. It's gonna be null and void if you ain't got that C-hip. When it's all said and done, that chip. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna get to a point where the internet crash. You're gonna see them back on the street corners. You're gonna be in the street corners with the eyelashes on and the clothes that they used to wear to the club, trying to basically snag them a man or try to basically get food or get money for their children. Doing what they can. Using their body to basically get what they can. And that time period gonna come. You see what I'm saying? You out there doing what they doing, and then they're gonna need a chip to get cured in that day. If they was to come up with like Elder Apostle Tahar did a video about that syphilis in Houston, Texas outbreak amongst black women. And women like her, they don't bring that out. If it's basically 10 women to one man, then y'all gonna be the ones the most lonely. We're gonna be trying to hide from y'all or stay away from y'all because y'all could possibly get us killed when the Lord bring that sword. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. You ain't gonna be able to go in the store. You ain't gonna be able to ride down the street and go to the store and just get what you need unless you got that chip. And even when you got that chip, the Lord still gonna starve you out. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloths upon your loins. All right. When it's all said and done, you need to be in the right spirit of repentance and lamenting for, the things that's coming upon Babylon. You see what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with, you'll be lamenting because you ain't gonna be able to go in and get what you need from the store, to where it's gonna be a point where man, I lost my point. It's gonna be a point where they doing and saying anything they can to basically get with a man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the book of Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right? Because, it's a man shortage. It's way more women on the earth than men. So when it's all said and done with, they're gonna be trying to scramble and fight and do whatever they can do to get hold of those. That's that small population of man, because you gotta understand, it ain't gonna be that. It's gonna be put to a point where it's 400 women to one man, because because of the shortage. Men dying at war, men dying in the streets, men, you know what I'm saying, dying in concentration camps. All these things are going to be taking place, to where it's only going to be men of the Lord on the streets. If you see one, it's going to be rare. Like my elder always said, it's a lot of gold, it's a lot of dirt on the earth, but not enough gold. When it's all said and done with, and the Lord is finna show you who that diamond in the dirt was. When it's all said and done with, we'll go to that precept, the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, and verse 32. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fears thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. Right. So when it's all said and done with, it ain't gonna be no men out here to, till the ground, to cutting the grass, picking up trash, and doing all the jobs that men do, on a daily basis. It ain't gonna be no men. And it says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. That daughter shall mourn, having no helpers. And the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So, right, when it's all said and done with, she always talking about, it's always, when you scroll on the internet, it's always women bashing men. You see it more. You always see women bashing men more than you see men bashing women. But they never state, they never bring out the fact on, the obvious on what's going to take place here. It's always, well, men don't do this, and man. Always, everything they do is to bash men. But when it's all said and done with, they going to turn on, all these feminists going to turn on each other and try to race and try to, fight to get a man of the Lord. You're going to see real dykes, studs, trying to hurry up and change their appearance and apparel to get a man of the Lord in that day, man. Everybody going to be scrambling, trying to get this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, that protection, from that temptness. When it's all said and done with, it's going to be a point of time where, the virgin's going to be mourning. She talking about we're going to be trying to run and scramble to get the young women. You know what I'm saying? When women going to be scrambling trying to get to us, we're going to be scrambling trying to get away, trying to get to our next mission on whatever Yahweh Shai got planned for us. Right, but when it's all said and done with, it says, in a war shall their husbands be destroyed. The bridegrooms be destroyed. You know, niggas gonna be getting drafted to World War III over there in the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, caught up in the Lord's judgment when it's all said and done with. Women too. But when it's all said and done with, your mind need to be in the right state of mind. You know, what manner of person ought you to be, in these last days when it's all said and done with. And if you go back and even, read the comment, this was on their mind. Do not go to their homes on dates, please. Saying things like this. I wish they would just date each other. But we're going to see. We're going to see when all hell break loose. We're going to see. You got pandering ass man on here. You're going to see when all hell break loose what it is and what it ain't. What kind? She said, I stay far away from men. They are literally insane. She's going to be trying to run and find the man of the Lord. She's going to be running for one of them prisoners that get let loose when it's all said and done with, man. But it's another precept. Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. It's all right. The purest form of gold that was found over here in the Americas. The Lord said He gonna make a man more precious than that when it's all said and done with. So if you to find gold, they ain't gonna be worried about what you have or the shoes you got on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Only thing you're gonna be worried about is getting that protection. And I'm not the Justice League. Yaharatazah, I don't have to be around a lot of women. Dang. The book of Micah. I can't even say it myself. Is it verse 10? Oh, yeah, Khan. It's the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right, man, when it's all said and done with, man. The Lord is about to do a great humbling, amongst the female population and show them how much they really need a man. They say it all the time. They don't need a man. They don't want to deal with a man, this and that, men, this and that. But, never take the time to look at their own flaws and that overmuch liberty that caused them to basically walk about and, what it says, an adulterous woman, she eat it, she wiping her mouth and have said, said she done no wickedness, right? They in the spirit of they can't do wrong. So therefore when judgment come upon a woman, the first thing they try to do is, blame a man or whatever the case may be. When they need to be blaming themselves, man. So calm, man. The male loneliness epidemic. I pray this lesson was edifying. Shalom, on to the next.